Let's shift our attention now. Now, after Asim Munir's visit to the United States, there's a big statement that has come in from the US State Department saying ties with India and Pakistan are unchanged, clarifying the position. So the US State Department has clarified its position and has said that there is no shift in stand. This comes amid a lot of questions being raised over Asim Munir going to the United States twice in just the last over 2 months. Now, the United States has issued a statement saying the ties with India and Pakistan remain unchanged.
Obviously, we had a experience with Pakistan and India when there was a conflict, one that could have developed into something quite horrible. I was here at the State Department at the time, and there was an immediate concern and immediate movement with the Vice President, the President, and the Secretary of State in addressing the nature of what was happening. Many of you who were in the room in the days afterward, we described the nature of the phone calls, the work that we did to stop the attacks and to then bring the parties together so we could have something that was enduring. And it's a very proud moment and a very good example of what Secretary Rubio is committed to, Vice President Vance in that, of course, case as well. But are the top leaders in this nation involved in stopping that potential catastrophe? I would say that our relationship with both nations is as it has been, which is good, and that is the benefit of having a president who knows everyone, talks to everyone, and that is how we can bring differences together in this case. So it's clear that the diplomats here are committed to both nations. I can tell you also that there has been a U.S.-Pakistan counter-terrorism dialogue that was established. At this dialogue in Islamabad, the United States and Pakistan reaffirmed their shared commitment to combating terrorism in all its forms and manifestations during this latest round of the talks in Islamabad. The United States and Pakistan discussed ways to enhance cooperation to counter terrorist threats, and I think that for the region and for the world, the United States working with both those nations is good news and will promote a future that's beneficial.
Senior Consulting Editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joins us on the broadcast for a detailed understanding of what the statement means. US having to really clarify after 2 visits by Asim Munir in just over the last 2 months. Srinjoy, now the State Department of the United States saying ties with India and Pakistan remain unchanged.
This statement by Tammy Bruce actually raises more questions than answers, because there are several things here. Right at the end, she speaks about cooperation with Pakistan on counter-terrorism. Now, what counter-terrorism with Pakistan? This is the first question. Yes, there are some organizations in Pakistan which are attacking the Pakistan government, the Tehreek-e-Taliban being one example of that. Now, what about the other organizations within Pakistan that are supported by the Pakistan establishment and that are attacking India? That's a question that has to be answered. In this case, what she spoke about counter-terrorism is a little one-sided, wouldn't you think? Secondly, the same issue about ending the war and perhaps America succumbing to what is being called in India as nuclear blackmail is also evident here. Because once again, she speaks about Secretary of State Rubio, Vice President Vance, all picking up the phone and calling people in India and Pakistan and saying stop the war. When India has been saying all along, first, Prime Minister Modi has said in Parliament, he got calls from nobody. Secondly, we know that it was a call from the DGMO of Pakistan who called Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai and said, can we have a ceasefire? So these are things that India has heard in recent times. Prime Minister saying this in Parliament, that he didn't get any calls. And after that, we have Tammy Bruce saying that Vice President Vance and Secretary of State Rubio picked up the phone and called. So it's all very confusing, isn't it? First, the issue about counter-terrorism with Pakistan. And secondly, this business about ending the war.
Absolutely. Amid this storm-storming by the United States on the peace talks between the two countries, Sundar, in fact, when more breaking updates coming in the backdrop of the Pakistani Army Chief's visit, the US has again recalled the India-Pakistan flashpoint, going on to say that we stopped a potential catastrophe. The United States and Pakistan have reaffirmed commitment and the pledge to fight terror. This is a statement that has been issued by the United States as Asim Munir continues to be in the United States. And Sundar, you also mentioned that the warmongering is continuing from Pakistan. From US soil, we have seen Pakistan resort to warmongering and also issuing threats to India. How should India view these statements, even if US has come out to say that our stand remains unchanged?
First of all, Field Marshal Asim Munir has spoken about nuclear war or the potential of nuclear war and the after effects. Now that is being considered here a very irresponsible statement. You have seen what the External Affairs Ministry has said about it, making it very clear that such statements are from a country that actually supports terrorism and terrorist groups is very worrying. And Field Marshal Munir has spoken about taking down half the world if there is a nuclear war. Now, if that is so, what happens to Pakistan? Pakistan, a country of over 200 million people.
And multiple threats that have been issued. Sundar, just a moment, we have more breaking updates now coming in.